Hello everyone, you're welcome to another impactful life tutorial from the Myth brand. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to sew a simple cupped corset gown. Just like the image you saw on the thumbnail, that's what we'll be making today. So I already have my pieces cut out. We did that from the previous live session we had. I dropped the link in the description box. Go do us to go check it out if you've not done that. And also guys, if you're a returning subscriber on my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're a new subscriber or you're seeing my channel for the first time, you're welcome. This is the Myth. So guys, I already have my pieces cut out from the previous tutorial the previous live tutorial we went about joining it. So this is the front and these are the cuffs. I've already gone ahead to wrap my cuffs. So this is the bias we'll be using. These are the skirt parts. This is the front skirt part and this is the back skirt part. I've also gone ahead to turn them with my lining as well. So we are just going to be assembling this piece and we're going to be doing it real quick. Not going to be taking much of your time on this one. So guys, do have to pay attention. If you have any contribution, suggestion, encouragement, do have to drop them in the comment section. I really love to hear from you guys. So without taking much of your time, let's get started already. Just going to be turning my camera towards my sewing machine like so. I hope you can see my screen. So guys, we'll be starting with the front. Be- Starting with the front, and we are going to be creating bony channels for the front. Sorry, I just get started. Would have done this started earlier, but I was hoping the power supply would come up. But since it didn't come up, I'm just going to continue saying anyways. So for my fabric, I have this chantilly lace fabric, and I'll be lining it with a crepe, a nude color crepe. So I'm just pinning the lace fabric to the crepe, so it doesn't. I'm going to be tracing burning shadows for the front, but before that, I'm just going to run a stitch to attach the chattery lace fabric to the crepe so that it doesn't shift when I want to run the burning. So guys, this is what it's looking like. I'm just going to trim off the excess fabric. Okay. So I'm taking off my pins. So this is what we have. This is the front, then this is the back. So guys, I'm just going to be marking, I'll mark the middle. So guys, I'll be marking the middle of this of the front piece. I'll be marking the midpoint. And then I'll be marking the midpoint here as well. Just like you see me do, like so. And then go ahead and notch. So I'm just going to be creating a few bony channels. I won't be doing much with this dress anyways. Be creating a few bony channels, which marking my chop. So I have one at the middle. I have another one here. Then I'll be this another one here as well. I'm just going to repeat what I have here. That's it. Welcome, ma'am. So guys, this is what we have. I'm going to be using my dietary. I'm going to be using my bias strip now to run the boning channels. To form the boning channel rather. So I'll be starting from this end. So I'll push it out a little so that when I fix in my cup, it's going to hold this starting point, it's going to hold the edge in. So I'll just push it in a little. like so. Then I'll stitch down. So I'll stitch down one side. I'm going to stitch down the other side for all of the channel, all of the bony channel. And mind you, the reason why I'm using bias is because I'm using the smallest size of ready bone, which I'll be showing you later on as we proceed in this tutorial. So if I'm using a larger size ready bone, I'll not be able to use bias strip for my bony channel. So I'm done with the first one. You can see it's looking very neat. I stitched it down on the both sides. So I'm going to do the other one. So I'm just placing the bias strip like I did the first time. I'll push it out a little. I'll push the um, out a little, the bias strip out a little, so that my back up will be able to hold it in. So I'm going ahead to stitch this down now. This when you're stitching, stitch very close to the edge of the bias so that the bone can pass through it. Because if your stitching line is too um um big, you have a very narrow hole for your bone to pass through. So I'll stitch down one side. I'll go ahead and do this for the other side. So yeah, we're done with the second one. So we'll be repeating this process for all of the channels. Okay. So for this part, I won't be pushing out the bias because my lining piece. I'll be using my lining to turn the corset, so there's no need for me to push out bias. So I'll just place it on the line like so, all the way down. So yeah, done with the one for the middle. So remember for the side, the back up area, remember to push out the bias a little, push it out a little so that your back up will be able to hold it in for a neat finishing. For you to have a neat finishing, you need to do that. If not, you'll be having a very rough work. It requires a lot of patience. This is not something you just rush and do. It's not. Especially when you are using a very delicate fabric as a as this one. Like I told you guys before, this is a chantilly lace fabric. So when you're using delicate fabrics like this, you have to really take your time, be very careful, so you have a neat work at the end of the day. So this is the last body channel. I'm just going to in process for it. So guys, we are done creating all 5 bony channels, and as you can see, it's looking very beautiful, guys. So I'm going to be starting my wrap up now. I'm going to be starting my wrap up. Remember what I talked about, labeling your form. I talked about labeling it. So this is the A and this is B. So the A part is the part that is going towards the center of the corset, while it is going towards the side. So I'm just going to remember that notch that I made for the midpoint. I'm going to place the midpoint of this wrap up here. Midpoint is the joining line here. I'm going to place it. And I'll be pinning it to see if it fits. Yeah, you can see it fits, guys. So I'm checking out this other side. Okay. So I'm just going to pin before I go ahead to join it together. So so guys, this is the what I was talking about when I said we should push out the the bias so that our core can hold it in for a neat finishing. Okay, so I'm done pinning. I'm just going to stitch this now. So when you are stitching, be careful not to stitch on the main cup. So you'll be stitching on that small allowance that is usually at the end of the cup. That small allowance that goes around the ready-made cup. That's what you're using to stitch. That's where you'll be stitching on rather. So guys, this is what we have. So this is what we have. It's looking very neat and beautiful. This is what we have. This is the results. You can see our cup is sitting pretty, and yeah, it's looking very beautiful. So I'm going to repeat this process for the other side. as well. I'm going to be repeating this process for this other cup. Remember where we notched earlier, the midpoint of our bra cup. Okay, so I'm going to be placing it and pinning it and pin it down. So guys, I'm just going to pin it all the way to the end, just as we did for the first cup. We're repeating the same pattern for this other one. So ensure to pin and see what it looks like before you go ahead to join with your machine, so that um you don't have any reason to lose the cup after joining. So okay guys, I'm done pinning. I'm just gonna cheat down now. Remember to stitch on the cup allowance and not the main cup, so that you have a neat work at the end. So I'm going to be removing my pins now. So guys, this is what we have for the second cup. It's looking very neat as well. So this is the first and this is the second one. We have a very neat work here. So this is where I'm going to be starting my boning through. But before that, I'll be fixing the lining cup. I'll be fixing the cup lining to the lining. So this is the lining, guys. I'll be keeping this main fabric aside. This is the lining. I'm going to be fixing the lining cup to the lining itself before I'll use it to turn the main fabric. Yes, I also labeled my lining cup, and this is B. And remember I said A is the part that is going towards the center, while B is the part that is going towards the side of the fabric. So I'm just going to pin this. Okay. So going to pin it. So going to pin it as well, just like I did for the main fabric. I'm pinning it down like I did for the main fabric. Okay. So this is what I have for the first top. Now I'm going to be stitching it down. Don't pin it. I'm just going to stitch it down like so. So I'm just stitching the first one. Just going to take off my pin. So guys, if you're just joining me, thank you so much. You're welcome to this live tutorial. We are making a cup of cup corset dress with already made bra cup. So we have gone ahead to do the cutting part in our previous tutorial. So this is the stitching part. We're just going to be sewing it in the tutorial. So far, we have gone ahead to create booking channels for our corset, and we've also gone ahead to insert our bra cup. So what we are doing now is we are inserting the lining bra cup. It's not really a bra cup, but it's a lining, the bra cup lining. We are inserting into the lining fabric itself. So just watch carefully. And once again, welcome to my channel. If you watched up to this part and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do it to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I do not take your engagement for granted. Thank you so much for helping this small girl to grow. Okay, once again, you're welcome. This is the Meet brand. I share sewing tutorials on this channel, fashion craft, and type vlog. So yeah, I don't pin in for the second one. I'm just going to stitch it down just as I did for the first one. I'm going to be stitching it down like so. So I'm done stitching. I'm going to be things to see what it looks like. The outside. Okay. I'm having a small fold here, so I'm just going to be correct by losing it a bit. I know. So this is what we have. This is what we have, guys. So the lining pieces. This is the first one, and then this is the other one. This is the other one. So I'm just going to trim off all excess, both on the lining and then the main fabric. I'm going to be trimming off the excess. I'm just going to trimming off the excess fabric, both on the lining and the main top. So I'm going to be placing the lining on the main fabric. This is the main fabric and this is the lining piece. I'm going to be placing it right side facing right side, like so, and I'll be pinning it down all the way to the end. So guys, I'm done pinning. I'm just going to be turning it by stitching it down. I'm stitching from the ankle area all the way from one end of the ankle area to the other end, like so. So I'm done stitching, guys. I'm just going to be notching across the stitched area. I'll be making tiny notches like so. I'm done notching. I'll just be running another stitch on top of the first one so that it's firm. So I'm going to be taking off my pin. So like we have a issue here. So this is the back. This is the lining part. This is the lining part. And then this is the main fabric. It is looking very beautiful. So I'm just going to be flicking it like upwards, like so, to see what we have. Okay. So everything is coming. Wow, this is so nice. This is so nice. Like this is so beautiful. Yeah. So guys, you can see looking very beautiful already, even without ironing. Looking very, very nice. Can you see this, guys? That this is what we have on the outside. This is the main fabric, the outside, and then this is the lining part. Oh my god, this is so fine, guys. Look at this is what we have on the lining part, and it's looking very neat. Okay, so we're just going to turn it inside again, so we can finish up the side. We're using the lining to turn the side of the front piece. So I'll just be running a stitch here for the both sides. So we're done with one side. I'm going to do same for this other side. So so guys, we are halfway done with the front part. It's looking very beautiful. This is the a close of the side. Looking very beautiful and very neat. That's what we have. We have not attached our bone yet to give it structure. So we are halfway done with it. It's going to be having a yoke. It has a pin and yoke. It's going to be having a pin and yoke like so. So for the front. So I'll be putting it aside and then I'll be working on the yoke part. So guys, we're going to be working on the yoke part. So careful to make sure you don't mix up the front and the back of your chantilly lace. If you're using a chantilly lace like me when you're making yours. So I'm gonna have to place the lace on the base fabric. So I'm just going to pin it down. Our time is fast spent, so I'm really trying to rush this. I'm going to be turning it straight. Start stitching this together first. So just going to pin this down. So guys, I'm going to be placing my lining on it like so. I'll place my lining on it like so. And so I'll place my lining like so, and then I'll turn it. So I'll be turning the uh, side. I'll be turning it like so from this part, from here through to the down part, but I'll be leaving the armhole side open. So guys, we are done stitching the front yoke. I'm just going to notch. I'm going to be making tiny notches. Be careful not to cut across my stitch line. So this is what I have. Okay, after turning it out, this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be attaching the yoke outwardly to the main fabric. So I'm going to be taking it like so. I'm going to be attaching it outwardly to the main fabric. I'm trying to push in the lining before I'll be holding it with my hemming gum. I'll be holding the lining down with hemming gum, so I'm just trying to push it in a little. Wow. So I'm done with the first I'm going to be doing the second one. I'll be placing it the way I placed the first one, and I'll stitch it down as well. So guys, I've done the second one, and this is what it's looking like. So this is what the second one is looking like. I'll be losing the first one and be taking it up a little. So it aligns with the second one. So I'm just going to be stitching the first yoke. So guys, this is what it's looking like. So we are done with the front part. We are halfway done rather with the front um, part. So we're moving on to the back part of it has a yoke at the back as well. So we are going to be turning the back yoke. So I'm going to be pinning these two. I will pin the chantilly lace fabric to the base fabric. The prep I'm using as the base for the lace. I'll pin it down together. I'm going to be turning it with my lining. So I'm going to turn the neck and the keyhole only. The neck and the keyhole only. So I'm just stitching, I'm just turning it out to show you guys what it looks like. So you can see it's looking very beautiful, even without ironing yet. So I'm going to be doing it for the, we're repeating it for the other side, and then boom, we have our keyhole. We're going to be having our keyhole design. Okay, so beautiful like so. So guys, with this we'll come to the end of this live tutorial. I've demonstrated how to attach, how to sew a cup corset. So this is it. I'm just going to be inserting my bony. I'm using a small size Regeline bone. As I told you guys before, it's the smallest size I get. Very small. That's why this is it. This is it. That's why I can fit into the bias. So I'll do a quick recap. We first of all we attach the chantilly lace to the base fabric, base crepe fabric. This nude color fabric you see here is crepe. And then we went ahead to create boning channels with our bias strip. And from there, we went on to fixing the cups. They already made a wrap up that I wrapped separately. And then we went ahead to turn with our lining, both the neckline and then the side. And then lastly, we went into fixing the yoke, the Queen Anne neckline yoke to the top corset. As you can see, it's looking very beautiful. So this is a dress. I'm going to be attaching a skirt part to this, which has a back a back waistline. This is the back waistline effect. So after I've fixing my boning, I'm going to iron it out, and then I'm going to be attaching this upper part to the skirt part. I already have my skirt part prepared. So this is the skirt part for both the fronts. This one is the front, and this is for the back. And for the back, I've gone ahead to fix in my dart, and it's looking very neat and beautiful. So I'll be doing all of that, and then I'll go ahead and do the back part of the dress offline. And I'll be showing you the complete dress. It's going to be having a lacing bar at the back. Don't know how to create a lacing bar or how to insert an eyelet, and if you would love me to show you how, go ahead to drop it in the comment section, and then I'll be making a tutorial on that, how to create a lacing bar and then how to fix in your eyelet. I'll be making a tutorial on that separately. So we'll come to the end of this live tutorial. If you found it helpful, do it to like, share, so that others can find it and learn from, others can see it and learn from it rather. And also, if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, do it to subscribe and help this small girl grow. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I see your um engagement on my channel and I do not take it for granted. Thank you so very much. And also, if you're if you have any contribution, suggestions, or encouragement, drop them in the comments. I really love to hear from you. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me through to the end. I'll be seeing you in my next one. Bye.